your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Family, family, family. Drink your water. 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 Man, it is so good to be here with you right now in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Ujamaa Journey Video. I am your host, Brother High Tim, and of course you know this is the Daily Toast. Right now we are on Ujamaa, and I want to give all of the Ujamaa babies a round of applause. But you know that this is a Heart of a Simba production. Well, we strive, ha, 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 to blow up your old paradigms. Better stop messing with me. Oh man, family, those who know, right? You know right now that what we're about to do, we're about to switch off all of the other channels. I give you the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Because there might be some new people out there that don't know, but we stream live on GNJ.media except on Blunt Talk because Sister Navita, you know, she wants to give people a little bit more time. I'm like, we do the intros on everything, and then we cut everything. Then after that, we go straight to GNJ.media. Let the commercials play. Let all the stuff play. We're trying to get people to GNJ.media, right? So those of you that are on Africa TV, please come on over to GNJ.media. Those of you that's on Twitch, please come to GNJ.media. Those of you on our YouTube channels, please come on over to GNJ.media. Those on the Facebook pages, please come on over to GNJ.media. You could join us there. We do our rebroadcast, of course, on all these other channels, as well as on GNJ.media, you know what I'm saying? Because people want to see what's going on with the journey. So we want to give them the opportunity to be able to watch the damn videos. Right? So, right now, what I'm going to do, I am going to attempt to cut off the other channels. Let's see if it works. Gonna cut off Africa TV. We're gonna say goodbye to Twitch. We're gonna say goodbye to the YouTube channels. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We're gonna say farewell to Facebook. And And that leaves us right here at the journey, right at GNJ.media. And I want to thank you and give you a round of applause for joining us here. Yes. And, you know, of course, we got to get out to some of our elders and make sure that they know how to get on it. I started sending out the link on, if you sign up on GNJ.media, before you come inside where you see the actual chat, you're able to sign up and you get emails every morning letting you know when we start. I try to send those out to let you know when we start. I try to send them out to let you know when we start all of our live broadcasts. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get a message, it's because it's pre-recorded. And like I said, I didn't have time because right now, you know, this is not a full-time thing for me. I would love for it to be able to move to me being able to program stuff for the family every day, but we can't do that. But now, without any further ado, let's sound this war horn. Oh man, the battle lines have been drawn, family. We are on Ujamaa. We are on Ujamaa. So I decided to start trying to sculpt my rants, my daily rants. I want to try to kind of sculpt them to fit into the moment. What I mean by the moment, I mean I want them to fit into the day. What do you mean today? Right? Because I know some of y'all knew. So here at Ujamaa Journey Media, what we have decided is that we are snatching our time. Those of you that are older, bear with me for a moment. Those of you that's been around for a while, bear with me for a moment, right? We have decided to snatch our time. We have decided to take control of our time. How did y'all do that, Brother Hot Tim? Well, first off, we decided 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying, maybe farther back than that we would no longer call the days of the week the words that we have been given. Part of the reason we are where we are right now in the world is because of the colonization of not only of our bodies, but more importantly, of our minds. And we decided to take it back, which brings me to the rant of the day. Ujamaa, the true foundations of wealth. How you gonna fit all this together? I don't know. I'm just gonna do what I do when I do what I do. When you do what you do, I don't know where I was gonna take that. But anyway, the foundations of wealth. Alright, family, we are on Ujamaa. For those that don't know, Ujamaa means cooperative economics. And oftentimes people mix up the idea of economics with just money. Big mistake. Big mistakes. Oftentimes people just mix up wealth with just money. Big mistake. Big mistake. Right? Economics is about monitoring, controlling resources. Monitoring, controlling resources. Money is a medium of exchange. So money allows you to exchange the resources, right? Money is a stand-in for resources. Now, what does money stand in for? Money, in a sense, is a stand-in for your time. Money is a stand-in for your space. Money is a stand-in that you are able to say, look, I have been able to earn these credits. I have been able to earn these shekels. I have been able to earn these shells. And these shells, because of the system that we are in, the system backs up these shells. And I give you these pieces of paper, or I give you these pieces of stone, or I give you these pieces of shell. And the system that we in say that these shells are worth a certain amount, have a certain value, and you recognize the value, you will trade what you have for what I have. You got it? You gonna take? No? Economics is not about the money. Economics is about the resources. Wealth is not about the money. Wealth is about the resources. When you have the resources, you're not concerned about the money. Why? Because the resources will produce the money that you need. When you need something, if you have the resource, you will be able to produce the money. So the foundations of wealth. is about you being able to control the resources. But how you going to control the resources when you can't even control your damn mind? Many of us are out of our mind. We operate outside of our mind. We are out of our minds. What do you mean out of our minds? We are out of our minds working in somebody else's mind. We look in the mirror, we don't even see who we are. We don't see where we from. We don't see our family. We see the illusion that has been presented and created for us. Because we have plugged into somebody else's system. We operate outside of our mind, and which means that since we're operating outside of our mind, we're creating wealth outside of our bodies. We're creating wealth outside of our families. We're creating wealth outside of our tribes, and we're creating wealth for other people. And we operate as mechanisms of wealth, or even as medium of exchange for wealth for other people as well. If we are going to move forward, we have to understand, family. We have to understand. When I'm sitting up here and I'm talking this tribe stuff, I'm trying to get people to understand, family. When we are looking at the stars, when we're looking at the achievers, what we are looking at is the effect of many and not the effect of one. We don't recognize the resources that are behind those individuals that we want to put up on a pedestal. And that's part of the trick. You think that it's about Elon Musk. You think that it's about Jeff Bezos. You think that it's about Jay-Z. You think that it's about Beyonce. You think. But you don't understand, because you have not been taught to see the world in the way that you need to see the world in order to truly be successful. You are not seeing the mechanism. You are not seeing the resources behind them. And when I say resources, I'm not just talking about money. See, we got to get out of the money. We got to get out of the money paradigm and start understanding it's the resources, it's the people, it's the tribe. When we used to look at wealth back in ancient times, we as a people, we never identified wealth with how many shells a motherfucker had or how many rocks he had. It was all about the people that was with them, him or her, that he could call, that he had access to, that he could get to get active in the fields, that he could get or she could get to get active in business, or to get active to go to war, or to get active to protect what they had. That was the wealth. And that still is the basic foundation of wealth, because you have absolutely no wealth if you have no human capital. Please understand. So when we're sitting up here talking about tribe building, right? We're not talking about you becoming a fucking robot, becoming an automaton. I think that's how you say it. Becoming a widget. We're talking about providing you an environment where you can actually be in a safe environment to become you, so that you could develop the natural resources that lie within you, so that it will be able to benefit the collective. Now, what ends up happening is that usually one person, or maybe a few people, may be able to represent that group in certain environments, and they might be seen as a star, and they might be the one that you read about. But only those that are lost or confused will look at the paper and look at what's written and think that it's all about that individual without looking behind and seeing who. Let's just go to athletics. All right, cool. boy is a good basketball player. Must have been a natural. They say he was a natural. But who recognized the natural? Who recognized the talent? Who took the talent and honed it? Who took the talent and shaped it? Who protected them when they were in the streets? Who made sure that they were able to get to school every day? Who were the resources? Who was these other resources? Who is this boy representing? See, what often happens is that because we don't know, we don't understand that when we go by ourselves, we become prey. So we make it to a certain level and we get rid of our team. We get rid of our tribe and we try to attach ourselves to another tribe, not realizing that tribe has loyalty to their crew. And they are going to fleece you. They are going to rape you. They are going to use you and then drop you right back where they found you. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Right? So some of y'all think that y'all sitting at home trying to plot a business for you. It's all about you. Nah, Junior. It's not about you. Nah, Sally. It's not about you. It's about the tribe that you come from. It's about the tribe that you build. And that tribe will allow somebody to represent them. And that tribe will allow somebody to represent them. Right? And be like, well, Brother Tim, you know what I'm saying? What happens? Yeah, sometimes tribes fall out. But let me tell you what happens with the fallout. People are usually better than where they were when they came together, and they are able to part and form other tribes. Like in Ujamaa, we got a 149 person rule as far as the way we build tribes. We only gonna be able to get up to 149 before we have to split. Because the numbers and the studies show that after 140 some odd people, it's hard for you to get to know each and every person in the tribe. And tribe is about personal relationships, right? So what you have to do is you have to split. Now, we still relatives. We still fam, right? But we have to split because I have to go on, in order for me to be able to cultivate the success that I need and to help the next generation, I need to be able to know individuals personally. And I believe that the thing that's going to set us apart as far as Ujamaa is the ability for us to develop personal relationship within the tribe. So all the tribes that will be surrounded or be influenced by Ujamaa won't be Ujamaa. There'll be different tribes. But we'll be able to work together in a network. You understand what I'm saying? Because all of us, we're not packed in like a mega church. Because even if you look at mega churches, you got little cells in the church. Because the pastor don't know everybody. And these little cells might have different names. But they all fall up under the church. Bringing all those resources to bear. You know what I'm saying? I get so tired of listening to my Black Power organizations, my conscious organizations, and I get so tired of them talking about churches when I drive up to a church that I get to go to every day. Not that I go or even attend the church, but I get to go and get inspiration from the church every day because I drive into the parking lot of this church, and because the place where I work or the place where my venture is on a piece of land that was owned by the church that they purchased from the church, and the church has land that not only encompasses the building we have, which is a quarter mile around. Plus land. So if I was to walk around the territory just that we bought from the church, I would be walking. It would be it's like a square mile, And that square mile that we have is inside of the church's property that reaches back to the goddamn expressway. Now, so not only does the church have a building where they got more employees than we have in our quarter, in our square, in our quarter of a mile building, the church is bigger. The church has staff, has more staff than we have, I think. Has a medical center, has a food pantry with land stretching back possibly 3 miles where they have homes for, economically challenged people. They brought resources back to the community. Right. And, so I hear people talking when I hear the conscious community running their mouth about some of these churches and some of the shit that they ain't doing. But yet we got homeless people in the conscious community. Lord have mercy. Help me. Somebody help me. Listen, let me raise, I have to sound the war alarm because I can't stand when people who don't have shit are talking about people that do have shit rather than looking at the people that do have shit. I'm talking about shit in a positive way right now. Looking at it and figuring out how they got it and how they keep it. No, we too good for that, right? Learning how to harness resources, learning how to work with resources, learning how to build upon the resources, learning how to create tribes, or what some people might call cells, or what some people might call different groups or day groups, or whatever it's called, but learning how to work that so that the philosophy that we're talking about can feed, so that the culture that we're talking about can feed. When people start seeing our culture produce, we will have to fight them to keep them away from us. We won't have to recruit. What the people see will recruit. The culture will recruit. The culture will bring in. Why? Because the culture is an organism. So when you look at these churches have a culture. The culture is alive. And it's sustaining itself. And it says, look, culture understands that in order for it to survive, the people that practice it needs to survive. So the culture will provide in some form or fashion, some type of sustenance for the people. If it's nothing but belief. The question we got to answer in the conscious community, and not necessarily in Ujamaa, because we're working on this right now, right? Because this is what's crazy, right? When I talk about true foundation of wealth, I was talking to one of the tribe members' mother. And, because I'm trying, like I said, in Ujamaa, we're setting up mechanisms. And I told her, I said, have your son get with me because I want to show him how to use his link. Because in Ujamaa, each person, everybody can have their own link that leads to several different things. I said, my goal is to teach your son how to never have to work. And she started laughing. I'm telling her this at a job. See, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I understand the irony, but I'm blessed enough to be able to go somewhere where I am surrounded by people that I love. Get on my nerves sometimes, but that's family, right? And I'm able to do a lot of the stuff that I do. But I want to make sure that the young people that's coming up behind me do not have to go out and scrounge and find a job. I want them to understand that they can create income within Ujamaa, with Ujamaa, and all of us can make a come up. The true foundation of wealth, and I'm going to end my little rant right here. The true foundation of wealth, family, is about relationships. The true foundation of wealth is relationships. What relationships do you have in your life, and can you recognize the resources that each individual is bringing in? Or, even more importantly nowadays, can you recognize the resources that an individual is taking away? Oh, man. Oh, man. But like we saying, Ujamaa, I want to make sure that I turned it off. Okay, cool. I'm on, the war horn has sounded. That is the old man rant for today. That's the old man rant for today. And as we say, class is dismissed. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. Go on. Post up some comments.